Hello everyone! Today the inspiration for our artworks is going to be one of my favorite things, video games. The special type of game we're using as our inspiration is a flight simulation game. That's where the screen that you're playing your video game on looks just like you are the one flying an airplane or a spacecraft or a rocket. It makes you feel like you're the one flying the aircraft because all you can see on the screen in front of you is a control board on the bottom and windows above the control dashboard. And in the window, you can see only what's in front of you. We are going to make our very own flight simulation video game screen just by drawing a few shapes to trick your eye. So get a piece of paper, make sure that it's the wide way, horizontal, and draw two diagonal lines shooting out from the bottom corners. Try to make them as straight as you can. You could even use a straight edge. And also try your best to make sure that they're the same length. Once they're ready, draw a horizontal side-to-side line connecting the two diagonals. What you have now is a shape called a trapezoid. We're going to draw another trapezoid on the other side of the paper. So rotate or turn your paper and then draw your two diagonal lines shooting out from the corners again. And complete the trapezoid with a horizontal side-to-side line. We're getting there. Now we have two trapezoids, one on top, one on bottom. And the last two shapes we need to add are two triangles, one on each side of the paper. Once you have two trapezoids and two triangles, you should be able to already see your video game screen. All of the large shapes around your picture are going to have your dashboard and the sky around you. Make sure your trapezoids and triangles are large and that they come pretty close together with just tiny spaces in between. Once your paper does look something like this, it's time to use our imaginations and draw the dashboard in the bottom trapezoid on the paper. You can fill your dashboard with anything you want. Something futuristic, something realistic. Either way, when you're flying this machine, what do you need to have on your control board, your dashboard? Now, depending on what you're flying in your video game, you might want to change the dashboard. I'm making a spaceship, so I'm going to add some crazy things that maybe haven't even been invented yet on my dashboard, like a speed booster to travel as fast as light over here, and a big keyboard to work the computer on my spaceship. You need to think about what you would have in your video game to fly your vehicle. Have a blast with this part. Make sure that you add enough stuff on your dashboard that it doesn't look empty. And when you're done adding all the details to your dashboard, it's time to think about where you're flying. Are you flying in outer space? Are you just flying around the sky on Earth? And in the trapezoid on top of your paper and the two triangles on either side, that's where you are going to fill it with the sky. I'm obviously drawing a spaceship, so I'm definitely going to be in outer space. I drew a big planet Saturn in the middle window, I drew a space slug crawling across the side window on the left. Here's a puffy nebula or galaxy on the right that I can see through the windows. And I think the last little detail is another spaceship that, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna fight him. Or maybe we'll just have coffee. But that would be a boring video game. Who knows? Now I've got all my drawing done. I have a dashboard. I have the stuff that I can see through my windows. And it's my favorite part. Time to trace your drawing or outline it with black. Make it like a fun coloring page for yourself. And when you're done with that, you may begin to color. Now, coloring is very important when you are completing this flight simulation video game picture. You want to make sure that you fill up the entire sky in all 3 windows in front of your flying aircraft. And you want to make sure that you add as much color as possible to the buttons and anything else you may have added into your picture. And once you've completed that with no peekaboo spots, you are done with your flight simulation video game. I'm excited to see what you come up with.